Ching Angela from Hong Kong, and Mr. Dr. Spurgeon from the Chennai South Asian office. We all join together and congratulate the leaders of the past and the present for this journey of excellence, journey of endurance, and journey of empowerment of St. Anne's College of Education. And at this momentous occasion, I wish to say a few words about why United Board for Christian Higher Education values this institution of St. Anne's College of Education. United Board promotes whole person education. Madam Philomena was talking about, it's not the scores or your mark alone matters. That's exactly what United Board also promotes. United Board promotes, when I say whole person education, it is intellectual development, emotional development, ethical development, and spiritual development, which United Board was able to see this institution, St. Anne's College of Education, is able to give to all its teacher educators through their academic program. That is why the United Board has been supporting for the past 3 decades through various grants, the various programs of this institution. So I wish to congratulate the principals of the past and the principal of the present day, Dr. Sister Claire, a good friend of mine, for having correctly conceptualized this idea of higher education in India. Because we know Indian higher education only works based on marks and scores and ranks. That alone doesn't matter for a life. And this institution has captured enough. What is required for higher education is the individual needs to become empowered, especially the women students and the women teachers, the educators, through a whole person education. And that is what they did. We wish to congratulate them on a very special way today. And especially, I'm so proud to see this teacher education institution has scored the highest score in the NAAC accreditation process, which is 3.71, the highest among the teacher education institutions, because I have undergone as an assessor in some of the institution, as an assessee when I was holding the office of the principal back in my college in Madurai. I know what a kind of a rigorous process of quality assessment that is, in which if this college has scored 3.71, I could see the height of the quality that is practiced in this institution. So I wish to place on record my appreciation and my best wishes for the college too, for the days to come. On this very special day, because this institution is creating the educators for the schools, my thoughts go back to what I want from an educator. I just want to quote 2 instances. Sometime back, a week ago, there was a WhatsApp animation that some of you might have received when the Western world was celebrating the Thanksgiving Day. It's about a school teacher who was asking the school kids. She gave them all a piece of paper and she asked her, draw something that you want to say that you're thankful for. Each one drew something. One kid drew a beautiful car. Another kid drew a big a ball. And everybody was drawing something or the other. There was one boy who just drew a hand. And the teacher collected all their drawings and she was showing it to the kids and she was asking, why did you draw this? Why did you draw this? Finally, when she came to this hand picture, she was pointing to the boy and she asked, why did you draw your hand? You know what the boy said? It's not my hand, it's your hand, teacher. I feel thankful to you because of your hand which took me and drew me thus far. And today, friends, I wish to say that is the kind of the spirit that we all are seated with. We want to say thank you, God, for all the hands that led this institution thus far and for all the hands that is leading the institution even today. And one more point I wish to say with regard to this, and I was reading a book called Intergenerational Engagement, which is a 2018 New York publication. And the author says this is the first time in history there are 5 types of generations are in coexistence. And I'm sure teacher educators must be quite familiar with this. And the school children who come to our schools and colleges today, they belong to what they call iGen generation or digital native generation. All those are born after 2000. So they are mission driven. Anything is mission. I'm sure some of the kids at home, we know, even at 2 years, they are so familiar with your mobile phones, WhatsApp, all apps they are very familiar with. But the author also says, this is the generation which wants to get connected with. And that is why that little boy drew the hand of a teacher. So I'm sure colleges like St. Anne's College of Education, through their academic program, they would raise up the teachers who can connect with today's kids who are going to be the future leaders of this incredible nation. And yesterday morning in my office, I was reading another book that's called Schools That Learn. And the author is talking about 5th discipline, and in which he was narrating the first few chapters I was just scanning through. He was talking about one instance. That's again about a student, Matthew. And that Matthew used to come to every day's class with a kind of a metalloid and a cute necklace, I believe. And one day the teacher said, tomorrow you bring a necklace, I wish to teach with that. And that boy was quite excited. And he went home and he talked to the parents. My teacher wants me to bring a necklace. So which necklace I would take tomorrow? He was going through this, that, everything. Finally, he chose one and he went to school the next day. And the teacher took it, and that necklace had a metal which is made of silver. And the teacher did the conductivity of the metals using that necklace, and the boy was able to learn today that metal silver has the highest conductivity compared to the other metals. And when he came back home, he was so excited. It's not because of the conductivity principle that he learned, it's because of the power of connectivity with the teacher. So friends, today, the children in schools and colleges, they want this connectivity. I'm sure St. Anne's College of Education, which is giving a whole person education, would challenge the teacher educators to go with this message into the world. Be connectors of this younger generation, because the younger generation has huge level of pressures. And the scientific research shows the higher the screen time, the higher is the mental anxiety. And today's youngsters spend a lot of time on the screens. So what they say in the Western world, even in the Silicon Valley, some of the schools have stopped using all gadgets in the classroom, I believe. We are talking about smart classroom, smart TVs, everything they stopped. And they say knowledge, anyway the student can get it from Google tomorrow. They are insisting on developing only the critical thinking skills, which is able to really make the student to grow and face life correctly in the days to come. So my wish and my prayer is this college will continue to produce that kind of teacher educators for this country. And Sister Claire also presented on her future vision. I'm sure they may have to take up some risky path. Maybe when the college celebrates its centenary celebrations, they would have been declared as one of the best institutions which are offering an integrated BSEd program or BA Ed program, an integrated education program in the undergraduate program. So this may have to be a risky path, but we know the hands that led thus far and the hand that will lead in the future too. And may God Almighty will bless this leadership in this college to take the college into greater heights of leading into that academic excellence and create our mark in the field of higher education. I wish to close with a quote related to Jubilee. I just read this morning. Platinum for me, this is by Ram Kapoor. Platinum for me signifies everlasting love which needs to be celebrated in the most special way. So I'm sure St. Anne's College of Education will celebrate. The celebration doesn't get over with this day. It will continue to celebrate it with newer parts of risky roads to be traveled as a team, and they will reach the peak of academic excellence, and they will continue to be the beacon of higher education in the state of Karnataka. So on behalf of United Board, I wish all the best for the leadership and for her team and for the future generation too, that you will strive on in this path of excellence. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Madam, for your inspiring and appreciative thoughts which have made us feel proud. For a milestone to be cherished, the college has brought out a souvenir as a memory containing exemplification of accomplishments from these platinum years. Many great minds have contributed their vision in this Platinum Jubilee souvenir, and the guidance has been done under the editorship of Dr. Flossie D'Souza, Associate Professor, St. Anne's College of Education. I now invite Dr. Flossie D'Souza to take over the releasing of the souvenir.
To celebrate 75 fascinating years, an important milestone such as our Platinum Jubilee, which is what prompted the publication of a souvenir. The Platinum Jubilee souvenir is a reflection of our journey towards excellence. This special issue includes the messages of Most Reverend Archbishop of Bangalore, Most Reverend Bishops of Mangalore and Beltangadi, other religious heads, present and former Superiors General, General Councillor for Education Apostolic Carmel Generalate, present and former Provincial Superiors, Education Secretary, Joint Secretary of St. Anne's Institutions, former Principals of St. Anne's College of Education, members of the Parliament, Legislative Assembly, and other dignitaries. It is also a record of the impression of the heads of our practice teaching schools, our former faculty, alumni, present batch of students, and all well-wishers. We thank all our dignitaries and well-wishers who have made it happen. A section of the souvenir will highlight the history of the institution and a review of all the activities and events of Platinum Jubilee year in words and photographs. To support the cause of education and women's development, a number of well-wishers have generously contributed through their wishes and advertisements to be published in the Platinum Jubilee souvenir, and also to create a scholarship fund in memory of this Jubilee to support the education of the economically needy B.Ed and M.Ed students of St. Anne's College of Education. To remember this milestone and reflect our journey for the years to come, we would like to release the Platinum Jubilee souvenir. May I now request Reverend Sister M. Shusheela A.C., Superior General of the Apostolic Carmel Congregation, President of today's program, to release the Platinum Jubilee souvenir. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Shusheela A.C., the Superior General, Apostolic Carmel Congregation, for releasing the souvenir as a token of remembrance. Thank you, delegates. I invite Sister Shusheela A.C. to address us.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, dear friends, I am filled with gratitude and joy to recount the mercies of the Lord for the past 75 years on this St. Anne's College of Education. We have heard much. We have understood the Lord was walking with us over these years. He was holding our hands at every step with all the principals, all the staff members, all the students who passed through this institution. I'm sure you will agree with me that you are here because you join in this sentiment of gratitude. I rejoice with everyone and thank God for everything. When I think of our foundress, Mother Veronica, who founded the congregation in 1868, and the congregation was established in India, Mangalore, 1870, with a very singular vision. She desired that every student, every person who passes through the portals of any institution will be spiritually oriented, intellectually developed, socially oriented, emotionally well-balanced, and that is what St. Anne's College of Education has done. That is what I learned from Mrs. Philomena Labo's speech to us. So I want to congratulate St. Anne's College of Education for keeping to the vision of our foundress. May God bless St. Anne's College of Education. Secondly, I want to salute Mother Josephine, who had this vision of having a training college for graduate teachers. She dreamt of this as early as 1923 or 27, so and so, exact date I forget. But that dream was realized only in 1943. I want to really salute this woman of great vision, far-sighted vision, a dream fulfilled with much difficulty. I learned from this, a dream is not realized like a magic. A dream is realized with hard work, perseverance, commitment, ready to take risks. So all this is fulfilled in and through this institution. I thank God for her and for all the other principals, the staff members who continued that spirit of risk-taking. And that's what we heard when we listened to the explanation or whatever they have done, the biography of the principals, what they have achieved over these years. So we learn from here the future ahead is more difficult. We need to take more risks. We need to face challenges. We need to be ready even to face failures, but we are not going to go back, set back. We are going to see forward. The third thing which I learned from this celebration is this. When we look at this College of Education, it is training the teachers. Once I heard a speech from our late President Abdul Kalam. He said, 2 categories of people shape and transform the society. The first category, of course, the parents, and the second category, the teachers. I feel very proud to think that this College of Education is training teachers for the transformation of the society. Dear Sister Claire, the staff members, you can be really proud because we know all those teachers who have been trained by you presently and in the past, they are really teachers. They are empowered teachers. They are enlightened teachers. They are teachers with a vision. They are teachers who make the classroom different. They are empathetic teachers who understand their students. So I feel very proud of this institution who is forming these type of teachers, not only for our country, but for the world at large. I thank God once again for all that He is doing and He is continuing to do for the congregation. The congregation is very proud of St. Anne's College of Education. The past has been glorious. The future is in the hands of God. We know if we trust in Him and if we work very hard according to His will, nothing is going to be difficult. We are going ahead. We are going to march forward with our hands in the hands of God, believing in our charism. God alone is sufficient. If I have God, I have everything. If I have God, I have everyone. If I have God, and with Him, nothing is impossible. And conclude once again, remembering our foundress. For her, love of God was coupled with love of neighbor. She wanted always to focus on the poor, the marginalized. And that is what this institution is doing. So many prizes are founded, and anyone who desires can get some place here. Once again, I thank you, Sister Claire, for giving me this chance. And I feel again grateful, full of gratitude to God at this moment to hear so many things. I entrust the future to God, believing that He is leading us. Thank you. You have seen, after so many principals, only 2 were honored. But there is one to be mentioned, and that is the platinum principal. The platinum principal is Sister Claire. It takes 75 years to get a platinum principal. And when I think of you, I think of your staff members. I think of the present students in this institution. And I really thank God for you. I don't know what I can give you, but I can give myself to you. As here is. So this has to be grown. This will tell you what it will speak for the years to come. Thank you, Sister Claire. Thank you, the staff members, the students who performed so well. God bless you.
Thank you, sister, for your motivating talk, and we look forward to grow in overall excellence and welcome every opportunity that contributes to the educational process. We shall now felicitate Sister Shusheela AC, a person coupled with delegation and resourcefulness, and for being the highest authority of the Apostolic Carmel Educational Society, Karnataka Province. May I request Sister Dorothy D'Souza, AC, Vice Principal, St. Anne's College of Education, to express words of felicitation.
Dear Sister Shusheela AC, Superior General of the Apostolic Carmel Congregation, on this momentous occasion of the Platinum Jubilee, which marks the fruition of years and years of dedication and hard work of St. Anne's College of Education, Autonomous Mangaluru, a premier college which is a summit of many endeavors in imparting quality teacher education. We are proud to have you as the president of the celebration. It's a moment of pride. It's a moment of fulfillment. It's a moment of joy and celebration to be remembered and cherished. St. Anne's College of Education, Autonomous Mangaluru, recognizes and appreciates your dedicated work in the field of education, especially as headmistress of various schools in the north and northeastern states of India, as educational secretary of the Eastern Province, and as provincial superior of the Eastern Province and East African region. Now you demonstrate and discharge your efficient stewardship as the Superior General of the Apostolic Carmel Congregation, dedicated to the spiritual and material needs of the congregation. As the Regional Superior of the East African region, you successfully extended the Apostolic Carmel establishments to Tanzania. Your love for the marginalized and the less fortunate prompted you to start schools, self-help groups, and other necessary requirements in Kenya and Tanzania. The difference you made is legendary. We owe our gratitude to you for your remarkable achievement. Your contribution to the Apostolic Carmel Congregation is invaluable. With your dedication and commitment, you have taken the congregation to greater heights of dedication and excellence. You are well known and highly regarded, not only for your responsiveness, keen knowledge on educational challenges of the century and innovative practices, thoroughness and accuracy, but also for your life of deep prayer, compassion, pleasant, kind, and calm demeanor. You urge and encourage everyone with whom you work to perform better. Your creativity is so commendable, and you also strengthen relationships with the outside agencies and organizations. The Karnataka province is indebted to you for your generous contribution towards our educational apostolate and mission activities. Dear sister, we deeply appreciate your presence amidst us. St. Anne's College of Education sincerely acknowledges your valuable support